last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Hayward. Magician is out there with LaMelo Ball. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Plumlee in at the center. And for the Lakers, we've got Bogdanovich. Doncic out there with Kent Bazemore. Then there's Ayton. And it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. Ramos. They grab their own miss. Right wing. Charlotte moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Charlotte again missing. Here's Los Angeles now. Outside Bogdanovich. The pass to Doncic. Now Bazemore. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And Greg, at this point in the year, if your system overall doesn't seem to be working, how much can you really change before the offseason?
Well, usually a system change would come with a coaching change, but sometimes it's not the system. And sometimes you just need a different voice. And keep in mind, you also have to evaluate that roster and find out if the players on that roster are a good match for the system.
Now here's James. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball. Releases from 15, and again it's the Lakers.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Here's Magician. He has been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game.
They were pretty tight to start this game. Started out with 4 straight misses. Maybe that one will get them going.
Now, here's Doncic. You talk about a player who can absolutely light it up. He averages over 31 points a game.
Well, this is the confidence that James has. He knows he can take and make this shot when given the chance.
Ball against Doncic. Out to Hayward. Puts up a 3. He can't get that one. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
I mean, a tough one. Faced some serious intensity in terms of that comeback, and they just got overwhelmed in that 4th quarter. Unfortunately, just couldn't stay in the game long enough to force overtime.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Hornets have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Ayton is a player who, Greg, occasionally shoots a 3, but it's still a developing part of his game.
Yeah, you know, not the best numbers from outside. Does it to keep teams honest, but it's a far-fetched to say he can stretch a defense.
Here's Doncic following the bucket by the Hornets. Driving to the basket. And the dunk by Doncic.
And I love how Doncic reads the floor, varies his pace, and uses every trick of the bag to get where he wants to go.
Here's Magician in the game against Boston. Very impressive. Passes it to Hayward. Here's Magician. 13 feet away. The Lakers with the rebound.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Bogdanovich dishes to Doncic. Back to Bogdanovich. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington.
The risk of rejection is real. When Washington's around you, you got to be extra careful around him.
And it's the Lakers on the break. On up the court. Plumlee with the steal. Here's the break. Washington, that's good.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. Getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
It makes sense. I mean, when you look at where they both finished, there's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other one was on vacation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Maxi Kleber comes in for Bogdanovich. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for James. Now, here's Nunn. provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Smith the pass to Bridges, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving and set up the opening.
1:19 left in the first. Shamet, offensive rebound.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Inside, here's Bridges. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Bridges has got his second bucket tonight.
Now, this is what we saw from Bridges in college, the live body, able to make contact and complete plays.
Here's Doncic. The teardrop falls in.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 11. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Oh, boy, that was the kind of effort coaches love to see. So active, such energy at the defensive end.
Here's Nunn. Following the three by Charlotte. And he drives in, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Smith outside, pulls it up. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Coming into the floor for the away team, James Bouknight.
Now, here's Doncic. 29 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Los Angeles. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now, a chance to hear LeBron James expound on the difference between offense and defense.
More delicate than defense. Defense, you can make mistakes but cover for one another by just communicating and flying around at times.
You know, Greg, I could listen to him talk basketball all day.
And he makes a valid point. You can't just hustle your way to great offense. It takes time and chemistry.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've been effectively aggressive here in the first half, driving to the hoop with authority and getting a lot of their points right at the rim.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter, they've got Miles Bridges, Kelly Oubre out there with McDaniels. That's Smith, and it's Bouknight in at the two-guard spot. And we all know that star players get a few more perks, but, Greg, that can also stir up misgivings in a locker room when things aren't always equal.
Kevin, it's a great point, and coaches really have to be careful. If you're holding one player accountable and giving another a pass, that tends to lead to a fractured locker room.
And that one, good. Bridges has got 6 points.
And the level of focus Bridges has, great job working his way through the contact.
Nunn kicks to Shamet. Pass to Hayes. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 15.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Oubre finds Bridges. That's a 2 from Smith. He squares up and sinks it. He has 5.
Oh, great ball movement from Bridges. Self-awareness, selfless attitude leading to the wide open shot.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
You know, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Andre Ayton's checked in for Hayes. Bogdanovich comes in for Maxi Kleber. James checked in for Luka Doncic. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Landry Shamet. Charlotte also making some changes. Washington's checked in for Miles Bridges. Hayward comes in for McDaniels. And Magician subbed in for Smith. And the Hornets with possession here after LeBron James's miss. Here's Ramos. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Now here's LeBron. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Brooklyn.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
Here's Ayton. 10-point lead. 5 on the clock. A second chance effort. And it's good on the layup. Ayton's got his first 2 points.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Ramos. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Charlotte shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. The first one falls. So he gets them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a coach.
Pass to Ayton. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And good that time.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Here's Magician. 9 points in the game so far. Charlotte moving it around. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And so it's the Lakers with it. Following the bucket by the Hornets. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Fantastic vision. I mean, Bron always cognizant of everyone around him.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Ramos. And he makes that one. Magician's got 9 points now in the quarter.
His field goal percentage is creeping up there now. I mean, it wasn't pretty in the first quarter.
Lakers leading by 10. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice. All-star Bradley Beal says, we understand there will be a backlash. We don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments. I'm their voice. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much. And it's in there.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
So it's the Lakers now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. Now here's James. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen. He was averaging over 29 points a game. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Lakers leading by 10. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at the Lakers. They sink a little bit here in the rankings. Still, though, remaining in the top 5.
And I think for the Hornets, they've come out with a vengeance. I don't care what anyone said about them or their chances to start the year. Now let's see if they can maintain this momentum.
And timeout called. James Borrego has had enough. A big quick substitution here for the Lakers. Hayes is checked in for 8. Maxi Kleber comes in for Bogdanovich. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And Doncic is subbed in for Kendrick Nunn. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Mason Plumlee's checked in for P.J. Washington. Bridges comes in for Gordon Hayward. McDaniels checked in for Kelly Oubre. And Ball subbed in for Bouknight. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Ball. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish. And you know you're special when you're drafted third and people still can't believe you slipped that far. That's how good Doncic has been in his young career.
Here's Magician. 13 points in the game. And stolen by LeBron. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Now, here's Shamet. He's covered by Ball. Kicks it out to James. Just 5 to shoot. And the dunk by James.
You think of all the different images in your mind over the years of James attacking the rim.
The drive by Ball. Kleba with the rebound. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. It's a 14-point game. Here's the lob to the hoop. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
In the mid-range, no longer a challenge for Doncic. He has rapidly become one of the best three-level scorers in the game. And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. And he's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've had such great...
Thanks very much here.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He ended up with 19 points and 1 assist. It's hard to imagine how he could have been any better in the first 2 quarters. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
And Big Fella, your thoughts on the Hornets.
They need to give more energy and effort on the boards. Rebounding double has been one of the main issues for them. Probably is they're getting bullied. I'm not sure they have the players to change that.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.